in the shadow of the Carpathian Mountains, a newly qualified English solicitor named Jonathan Harker arrives at a castle to help a count purchase a house near London. Ignoring the count's warning, Harker wanders the castle at night and encounters 3 vampire women before the count intervenes and gives them a kidnapped child. 6 weeks later, the count leaves the castle, abandoning Harker to the women. But Harker realizes the truth and escapes, ending up delirious in a Budapest hospital. The count takes a ship called the Demeter for England with boxes of earth from his castle, while the captain's log narrates the crew's disappearance until only he remains. When the ship runs aground at Whitby, a large dog is seen leaping ashore, and the captain's corpse is found tied to the helm. Meanwhile, Lucy Westenra's letter to her best friend, Mina Murray, describes marriage proposals from Dr. John Seward, Quincy Morris, and Arthur Holmwood. Lucy accepts Holmwood's proposal, but Mina joins her on holiday in Whitby, where Lucy begins to sleepwalk, unaware that the Count is influencing her mind. Mina receives a letter about her missing fiancé's illness and goes to Budapest to nurse him, while Lucy becomes very ill and is diagnosed with acute blood loss. Lucy is given fresh blood and placed in a room filled with garlic flowers, but her mother removes them unaware that vampires cannot tolerate garlic. While Seward and Van Helsing are absent, Lucy and her mother are confronted by a wolf, causing her mother to die of a heart attack, and Lucy dies shortly thereafter. After her burial, newspapers report children being stalked in the night by a bloofer lady, and Van Helsing deduces it is Lucy. Seward, Morris, Holmwood, and Van Helsing go to her tomb and see that she is a vampire. So they stake her heart, behead her, and fill her mouth with garlic. Harker and his new bride Mina return and join the campaign against Dracula as the group moves to Seward's asylum. Van Helsing explains that they must destroy the boxes of earth to weaken Dracula's power, while Dracula communicates with Seward's patient, Renfield, an insane man who eats vermin. After Dracula learns of the group's plot against him, he uses Renfield to enter the asylum and secretly attacks Mina 3 times, drinking her blood. On the final visit, he forces her to drink his blood, thereby cursing her to become a vampire after death. While the men discover he has distributed his boxes of earth around various properties in London. After sterilizing most of the boxes, the group fails to trap the Count in his Piccadilly house and learns that Dracula is fleeing to his castle in Transylvania with his last box. Using hypnosis, Van Helsing exploits Mina's faint psychic connection to Dracula to track his movements, and they pursue, guided by Mina. In Galatz, Romania, the hunters split up, with Van Helsing and Mina going to Dracula's castle, where the professor destroys the vampire women. Harker and Holmwood pursue Dracula's boat on the river, while Morris and Seward follow them on land as Dracula's box is loaded onto a wagon by Romani men. The hunters attack and rout the Romani, and Harker decapitates Dracula as Morris stabs him in the heart. Dracula crumbles to dust, freeing Mina from her vampiric curse, while Morris is mortally wounded in the fight against the Romani. He dies, at peace knowing that Mina is saved, leaving a note by Jonathan Harker 7 years later stating that the Harkers have a son, named Quincy after their friend.